futures, or we saw last night the FOMC minutes, didn't really tell us anything new in terms of informational value than what we've already heard from Fed speakers. But what were the main things to note? Well, 50 basis point hikes are deemed as appropriate at the next couple of meetings. They want to move monetary policy back to a neutral stance expeditiously, and they may even move policy rates into restrictive territory if deemed appropriate. The other thing is that the market's now reading into a bit of a pause. They want to hike rates and then maybe later this year reassess conditions. Rate hike odds, 50 basis point rate hike odds in the September contract slipped the other day. Now even seeing July coming off slightly. The terminal rates also dropped down low from around 3.2% to about 2.88%. Are we seeing peak hawkishness begin to emerge? Interestingly, yesterday there was no specific catalyst for the dollar. Equity markets were a bit all over the place, but finishing in the green, and US yields were certainly not a driving factor. In my opinion, a lot of investment banks' models, month-end flow models, point towards strong US dollar buying. US equity markets have been fairly weak, relatively speaking, and that obviously leads to portfolio managers rebalancing towards US equity markets, and that requires buying US dollars. In terms of other things that I've got on my radar, US dollar JPY, very close, looking 10 years at that 50-day simple moving average at around 126.3 to 126.5. Euro CHF broke through the 50-day simple moving average yesterday on the back of hawkish rhetoric by the SNB. He said we're in an unpleasant phase for monetary policy. The pound's also rallying fairly strong. Strangely enough, anything domestically catalyzing. The Sue Gray report yesterday was a bit of a damn squib. Nothing really that's going to hurt Boris Johnson, in my opinion, significantly. This morning, Asian equity markets closed mixed. ASX and the Nikkei were in the red, and the CSI 300 was in the green. European indices also in the green, and US equity futures pointing towards a modestly firm open. Spot Brent crude right up against that 115 range resistance on the back of sort of US-Iranian deal negotiations. Logjam.